What's up everybody, hello and welcome back to El Presidente and Tropico. I really do like the look of our town so far, and we're still in the Cold War and we do have to do a few things now that we need to focus on. So first of all, we have this progress here, make Tropico great, and we do have to, well, borrow kind of one of these monuments here, so the Colosseum of Rome, the Statue of Liberty and so on. Now when I look at my rates, I don't see them. I only see them up here in the Spy Academy. There they are, one of these. And for those, I do need a Spy Academy. So let's go to rates and military. And there we should have the Spy Academy. Costs me 18,000. It's not the cheapest one, but we do need it for those heists, right? And well, we do have a bit of money at least. So let's have one here. Now we do already have one of our academies here. And I really do love the Spy Academy building there. Should we have that? Right on the other street there, or we should have it, yeah, let's have it here on the side, actually hidden behind one of the embassies, kind of. It's a spy building after all, and thus it should be a bit hidden there. So we're going to have like something else in here, probably a park or who knows what. Now here we do have the customs office. So this is our government district, kind of, as we know, and around the government district we do have them, well, other buildings like government buildings, and then around it probably residential areas and stuff like that. So this building now is being constructed. That was rather expensive. We do have another election coming up, so let's have a look here real quick. Housing happiness, once again, is something that is low. Capitalist, we are really never really good with the capitalists there. And promised improvement in housing, right? That's probably the only thing that I might do here. Yes, let's go with that. Now we do have the speech, very good. He's talking, and oh, we do have a fire in one of the restaurants. The other people are watching on the other side. So I hope we do have a fire truck getting over there soon, rather sooner than later. And yeah, the other thing that is that we still need to focus on is our economy. So as we can see, we are getting some money in there, and this will boost it again a bit, but it's really not that much, and I want to increase that even more. We still have a few buildings available for the Cold War, and that is, for example, the jewelry workshop. Here we can have that. So processes gold to produce jewelry. I guess jewelry is quite expensive once we have that. And over here, oh, where do we have the gold? We do have a gold mine somewhere. Right, there is our gold mine here, so that's the one. So we do produce gold, quite enough of that, hopefully. We could increase the efficiency here of a big pocketed boiler suits. Let's do that for 800. That's not that expensive. And then we can have that jewelry workshop here. So that's more jobs. Again, it's a rather small building. And yeah, it might actually make sense to have it right here across the gold mine. So that would be a very short distance there to travel. And in that case, let's have it here though, nevertheless, you know. So I really want like my factory district here. It's making it easy as well. And you're totally right. My garbage dump here doesn't have a street connection. That is a bit strange though, because there is this sign here. So it should have a street connection, kind of. Has it gotten a one now? No idea what else it might mean then. But we do have definitely a street connection here, so people can get out there and come in there. So hopefully... Oh, wait a second. Perhaps we get rid of the street there once again, like this. And then we can build the street here. Oh, and you cannot place a good street here, it seems. Right, that's the one. But as you can see, the symbol is still there. No idea why this symbol is here. Perhaps because there's no pollution around it anywhere. I don't know. Well, that is the one thing. And another thing that you told me, which is a really good tip, is that we should have one of these here in our, well, mine and steel industry district. And that's a good idea because there's lots of pollution here. So in that case here, public service, garbage... Right, as we can see, there is quite a lot of that. And let's have one of these also here then with our factories there. Actually, I don't want to have it too close there to my... It's a good one. Let's have it here, actually. Or here beside the mine. Let's have it beside the mine. That's better. Right, so there once again we do have the connection then, right? That's that. Oh, that was really not much money there from that freighter, so I think we'll have money problems there soon if we continue to export that little. There was a truck there now. I've seen it. There definitely was a truck going in there. Let's reduce the efficiency there a bit. We don't need it for now, as long as I don't know what is going on here with our garbage truck there. We do get a bit of foreign aid. That's good. And there it is. Tool workshop is built already. It's a beautiful building. So as we can see now, those buildings are getting a bit more modern. And it does need gold coming in. There it is already. That was the truck. And we are starting to produce now the jewelry. And that should hopefully give us another boost of money there. It decreases job quality by 10, increases productivity by... No, that's not really good. Let's keep it like that for now. And over here we have finished the Spy Academy, a beautiful one. Work mode is the Tropican style agency so far. It's a really beautiful building there, and it just fits here to the palace then. And now with that building here, let's go for the raids. Spy Academy, and there we can choose now a heist of what we want. So the Statue of Liberty, immigrants arriving on Tropico 100% happy and approve of El Presidente, increases all tourist ratings, provides fun to visiting citizens and tourists, there is no wealth requirement. The mystery of the things cannot be unraveled, increases all tourist ratings. Colosseum, overall happiness of citizens only takes into account their food and fun happiness, increases all tourist ratings. I think this is a pretty good one, right? And the Basil's Cathedral, citizens will visit faith buildings more often. When a citizen loses faith happiness, their other happiness levels are also decreased. Oh, this is a really bad one. You're kidding me. I think the Colosseum is pretty good. So overall happiness of citizens only takes into account their food and fun happiness. So as long as I keep these two up there, my people really would love me. Statue of Liberty I like too. Let's go with the Colosseum. We can build that in our town then, in Tropico itself. So that we would have a beautiful place here actually for the Colosseum then. It fits in there, I think. We can only have one monument there, by the way, so I cannot get the other ones. There's always a choosing between that. We've already taken the Stonehenge here, so I cannot take the other ones anymore. I think for the World War here, we can still have one more. So Taj Mahal or Hikone Castle, Moai Heads and Eiffel Tower. So probably going with the heads then here because it fits to the island. Something like that. Who knows? We've completed a trade contract. Lots of money there as well. Let's see. Do we have cigars? So we have cigars already in our trade there. Hides, meat, milk, iron, rum. Oh, that's a bad one. Plastics. We are not producing plastics yet. We could though with electricity then. But so far I don't see really any useful thing here. Cheese. That is something. Let's have a smaller cheese one. We're producing a bit of cheese there. Alright, and we've won the election once again, so we do have the housing happiness promise here. And now that we do have a bit of money there again, the latest export was rather good, we might want to go with electricity finally. So we do have the power plant here, or the nuclear power plant. Well, nuclear is a bit too expensive, but the normal power plant is quite fine to process this coal to supply electrical power. Emits pollution. Well, that is something we just have to accept. And yeah, since we do have that building here, we should have it a bit further outside because, as we have just heard, it is a bit of pollution there. We have that one here for the power grid then, and we do have the substation here that can then increase or expand the power grid, you know, so that way we can get it over there to the other areas of the island. What I just want to check here real quick, let's go with my overlays and see where we actually have some coal, some additional coal, because we're already using coal here, as I know. But that coal is there for the steel factory. There we have another coal one. Unfortunately, it's really just too far in the city there. I don't like that, so we're not going with that. What I can do here is I can improve the efficiency of that one to the maximum. So using coal here. Only here we're using coal at the moment. And I could just increase that one here, yes, with 2 additional jobs that we have there. And this one here then requires power, and the efficiency is raised by another 25%. So I think with one, and I can also go with a higher budget there for this one. So I think with that we will be able to produce enough coal then here in that coal mine there. Nice building there as well. And yeah, we do need now the power station. We do produce it here, but I don't want to have my power station, my coal power station that is so far in the island here and so close to my tourists then. It's an ugly district there anyway, which I'm trying to hide desperately with the trees here. But in that case, what we might do... Or, wait a second, should we actually... Yes, this is definitely my tourist area there. It's just too beautiful for that. In that case, let's have the power station. Let's see. The problem is if I have it too far outside... We might just have it here then. Seems a bit strange.
From the palace says there is nothing to be alarmed about. This sense of growing
right, so that we have the connection now around the river there, and then we can have that power station here, power plant. Right, so somewhere far away that is. Over here perhaps. Yeah, let's build it over here, so far away. Then we can just deliver the coal, which is quite a way though, up to that point here, you know, but I hope it's fine. I want to keep the pollution away though from my main city. So we have it just close to my plantations here. There we're producing that now. Oh, building that now. That means we will have electricity soon. I have no idea how far the electrical grid though is, so we'll wait until that one here is completed. And then we can expand the grid there. We've exported a bit here. I think we completed an oil trade route here. We can look for another one that might be a bit more lucrative then. We do have cigars. Oh, no, we don't have cigars. There's cigars, 24%. We produce cigars. Let's have a smaller trade contract with that going on. So housing happiness is another thing. Do we have homeless people? It seems like we do have a few Oh, we have 28 homeless people. Now for that, we do have the apartments. They're not full yet. We might need those tenements though. Now for those, we just, well, build a few more here, I'd say. Right, we can squeeze them in here. Here we probably keep a bit here. We do have the grocery store, and there we have a doctor. Here we might just have, you know, a few leisure buildings then later, because we have the beach here, and that means that we can have the tenements then, or the housing, like another apartment. The tenement, that is for the poor ones, right? How many do actually need something here, some housing there? Let's have a look. The homeless, poor, well-off, 2, broke, 3. So those are the ones living in shacks. And those guys here, they're living in shacks too. With the plantations though, so far away. So it's actually over here where they're living. We should probably have then a tenement over here too. Just to keep the happiness up there. I mean, technically I don't really like that, having a tenement here, you know, because this is an industrial area. Why should I have people living here? But Tropico really doesn't like it when they have to commute too far. Yeah, actually we might have one here. Right, so let's have a tenement there. And let's have an apartment here. Right, so those are for the well-off and this is for the poor ones. And yeah, I think that's a better one, right? We don't have anything else here. The Conventillo I really don't like. We do have some houses for the well-offs, but in that case, we do have the houses here. Oh, wait a second. Yes, I can actually have one. There is a shack in here. I don't like that. Let's have a house here. Unfortunately, the system doesn't allow me to... Oh, yeah, like that. Then we can have another house there. And then probably... Let's see... Yeah, we can squeeze in a few parks here, but unfortunately there isn't really much flexibility here when you want to design something with more curves. So in that case here, you have to do like that, or otherwise I just get rid of that again at some point and make it grid-based. Looking around in the city, fine so far. Our restaurants, so well off. Lots of people here waiting at the bus station. Parada the Autobus. There's the bus. A modern bus already, not the strange things that were driving around in the war. And quite full there as well, so people like to commute there around. And I hope once we have the electricity going, that with the metro we're going to have more or more people then also wanting to live in the city there. Alright, we plan to miniaturize the Colosseum using state-of-the-art shrinkology, then smuggle it out through the catacombs. But the catacombs don't go under the Colosseum. There are tunnels underneath it, but they go nowhere. We must dig tunnels under the tunnels if the plan is to work. We can either build custom mold machines or buy them off the top secret shelf. Deliver cars to the Spy Academy. We do need to deliver 180 cars to the Spy Academy. The other option would have been $20,000, but we don't have that, so we are forced with the cars. In that case here, we're not producing cars yet. We could import them, or we have the vehicle factory here that processes steel and rubber. Now we do have the steel here, and I think the weapon, oh yeah, it's full of steel, so we are overproducing anyway here. And in that case here, we just need some rubber for the vehicle factory then, and that's a plantation. That's the rubber plantation that we have, and we don't have that yet. So for the rubber plantation, I think it's a good idea to have one here then. We might actually have two. Right. Just behind the factory, and the power plant here is finished now as well, constructed. So we are now having a power station, and now I would really like to see my power grid that we have here, electricity. Right, that's the power grid, as we can see. I mean, we're not producing anything here yet, no energy, but now I know where I would need to build it. And in that case, we do need the substation for that. I need to wait for a bit of more money there again with the next export then. So this one here. And a little bit later now, our power plant has received its first batch of coal, very good, and we're now producing 360 megawatt in that system here. So that's the first time we have electricity in Tropico. Really glad to see that. Now we do need the substation and get the substation over there. Lucky for us, we do have the power grid then available once we want that. And then we have a tiny space here where we can build it. Right, and then hopefully we can extend it over here to those factories here, because I'm pretty sure that most of them have, yeah, something where they require some power and does increase the efficiency. So we can use that power then right away here, and I will also get it over there to the city for the metro stations there. Now, metro station wise, we have unlocked it already, thanks to a mission prior, that we have received the blueprint for a metro station, and that we have then the metro station that we can then have here in the city. It's luckily a good small building, so we just get rid of a park here or there. There, for example, we can squeeze it in quite nicely. And the good thing is that we can build several of them, not like with the bus stations, you know, that we only have one stop and one start with each bus garage, but that we can build dozens of them, and they're all being connected then. So in that case, we don't need to build tunnels or something like in City Skylines, for example. Alright, the next Friday comes in, lots of money waiting here. Oh, we have really lots of goods here that we export at this time. Righto, and have we built that? Yep, we have built the electric substation. So overlay wise, we should now have electricity. Yep, oh, that's huge though. So this substation was a lot, very good. Lots of power now in the vicinity, and that means we can now expand to more industry or to better industry. And that, the first one that I want to go with is the cannery. So we've been waiting on that for quite some time. It's rather cheap and processes pineapples or fish to produce canned goods. Now we do have fish, and in that case we can have the canned factory here, kind of in that area. And I want to do that. Let's have it over here, because we can then squeeze in another building here and have the metro station in here in the center, because I want to get as many buildings into its radius there as possible. Also, we have finished the apartment here full right away, right off the bat. It is full, and the other one was here, right, the tenement full as well right away. We have increased the housing happiness there a bit. Homeless is still pretty high though, so the poor ones especially, where are they? Oh, he's here actually. Right, but I'm pretty sure because they're working out here, they rather live in shacks than have to commute that far, especially since we... Oh, well, we don't. We do have a bus station here. So people do like to commute, and quite a lot of them like to commute as well, as we can see. And the other very good production that I wanted to start now is the furniture and the plastic plant. So we do have oil right now, lots of oil in fact, and we can process that to produce plastic, which is more worth it of course. So let's do that. It's not that expensive. Oh, and it is a big building, right? And we can squeeze it in here, as we can see. So we do have not that much space there then anymore. Hopefully it works then, so that we can squeeze it in. Very good. I mean, it's an industry district here, so it can be as efficient as possible. We have some room here. Those bunkers we might get rid of then once we have the metro station here, because people can then really commute there quickly. In that case, there is a clinic here as well, which is full. Fine, so people have their healthcare. I know I'm neglecting a few other areas here right now. So luxury entertainment we could go for now. We could go for the college here, but I still have money problems, you know. So I'm still not really feeling safe there with my money. So I'd rather focus a bit on my industry there. So those two new goods coming up here, the canned food and the plastic, should then push my export there again a bit. And yeah, well, once we have the tourists, money will not be a problem anymore, because they just pay way too much. At least last time I tried them. And I really like this avenue here, kind of this smaller one, this plaza that we have there between the apartments. So I definitely want to build something bigger or something like that here as well. And Colosseum wise, no idea yet where to build it. No idea. I will definitely want to keep the two forests here, you know, in the center, like parks, because there's not a huge variety of parks in this game. You have only these parks there, these small ones here, but no real trees or something like that. So we'll just keep them there. Lots of money there again. Very good. How's the research looking? We haven't looked at that here right now. So we have the Cold War research available, so we could go for new work modes or edicts or something like that. Commando garrison, immigration office. Do we have something? Custom office we already have. The fire station has something. The fast food joined work mode. Let's go with that. There's a new work mode for the restaurant then. We can produce that. We actually have still 2000 knowledge points there. Do we have? Yeah, we do have a theater. Let's get another work mode for that. And up here we have the edicts, so assembly band, spelling bee. Most of them I really don't like, so most of them have some huge disadvantages that you don't want to have there. But we do have a few work modes for the theater, for example. So El Presidente, the musical, increases the upkeep by 20%. Each citizen visiting the theater has a chance to increase their approval. Let's do that, because the theater is not really expensive anyway. And look at that, it's full by now. So people really like to use the theater there. And I like that they're using it.
Stay vigilant, Presidente. Subversives are everywhere. Heck, I might be one.
Alright, another one from the Allies. Commies, punks, criminals and freaks, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Anyhow, Presidente, if you're protected to the free world, I'll need your cooperation. Think you can handle the pressure? Sabotage the Eastern Bloc. Let's have a look there. We do have some treasure hunts here still, but sabotage Eastern Bloc. Let's have that. How many times was it? Oh, it's gone. I guess we still have that. Western Power sends me another 4,000. Yeah, we really do need a bit of money there. We don't have that much to export as well. Those two factories are working now, so very good. Fish and pineapple is in here, so we are producing canned food now. Yes, we can. Supply local market. No, don't want to do that right now. So our canned food factory here, just where we have the plantations. And the other one is here now, the plastic plant. So oil, we produce lots of oil, so it's just a matter of time now. And look at the streets, they're really busy by now. Lots of cars here, the buses, the transportation. And I'm eager to see some of my Tropicans then also driving around here in cars, especially the tourists then. Bit of money there again, but it's not really stable so far. We had huge investments though. Plastic is working now, and we have lots of plastic now already in store, so we can start selling that as well. Jewelry, we do need more gold it seems. My gold mine over here, we should have now, yes, this one here. Requires 15 megawatt, but increases the efficiency by 25%. Let's do that. We do need more gold. In that case, very good. And the first plastic is in here now as well. Oh. Expected revenue, 1,800. That doesn't seem to be worth really much. Do we have a trade route free? Yes. Can we actually go with plastic here somewhere? There it is, plus 20. Oh, no. I should have looked it up earlier, probably, because plastic is really not worth anything. It's a really cheap one. Let's take a contract there to increase the price a bit, but it's really not worth much. I think we do have, though, some industry that uses plastic then later down the line. You know, so here electronics, yes, gold and plastics to produce electronics. That's worth then a lot once we have that, but boy, I really would have loved to know that before that, because then we would have gone with the furniture. Actually, we can go with the furniture there as well, because, well, it's not really expensive, and we do have lots of planks. Last time I checked, here, yes, 6,400 planks in the shipyard. So that's something that we might go for. Alright, so in this episode, we focused a lot on the electricity there, new industry, and the spying that we have now as well. Lots of stuff still to do, and still preparing everything for the tourists to arrive at some point. Stay tuned.